my name is Sophie from Sophisticated Organization. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be undecorating from fall and cleaning and decorating for the holidays together. Now, I know some people aren't quite ready to decorate for the holidays, but hopefully this video will help serve as some inspiration and motivation whenever you are ready. I'm also going to be tossing in a couple of treats into this video while we clean and decorate together. So if you guys are ready, let's jump right into it. I decided that I wanted to make a peppermint mocha coffee to start the morning off, and I didn't really follow a specific recipe, but I'm using my peppermint coffee and putting that in the Keurig and just going to brew that cup first while I get out my milk frother. This is great not only for frothing milk, but also for stirring things together. So I'm gonna put my coffee back in there with a little bit of cocoa powder. Again, not measuring anything, just kind of winging it, and gonna put it on the mix setting and blend that together. I'm just gonna dump out that coffee and then add in some creamer and froth that in the milk frother so I can have a nice foamy top. And then I'm gonna pour it on top of my coffee, and it looks like I added a little too much. So I'm gonna take a sip, add some marshmallows on top, mini chocolate chips, and then add a peppermint candy cane. Yeah. Haven't seen you in so long. I've pulled out most of my decor here and put it on the kitchen table so you can see everything I have. I don't have a ton of stuff because I do live in an apartment, so I really don't need a lot. So this is a good amount for me, I think. And my heart's going boom, boom, boom. You're so beautiful. Can you feel it too? The first area we're going to tackle today is the living room, and first I need to tidy it up, and then I'm going to bring in some decor. So once it's all cleaned up, I started to try and recreate the vase that I made, and I couldn't really remember exactly how it looked, so I went and grabbed my phone to actually look up a photo of how I did it last time. And that is a tip for you guys. If you have some decor that you put out this year and you really like the way that it turns out, take a photo of it so you remember it for next year. Sometimes it's hard to recreate the exact same thing from memory. Even if you're somebody who likes to mix it up and you don't think you want to do the exact same thing every single year, you never know if you're going to want to do something similar or if you're just going to want the memories of what your decor looked like. So just snap a photo and you may or may not use it the next year.
Holiday, yeah, yeah. Let's have a jolly holiday.
And this is going to be a common theme throughout this video. I feel like this is a clean, decorate, and then clean again with me. With Christmas and holiday decor, there is always just glitter everywhere, so it's nice to clean first, but there's usually a second clean to get all of that glitter. When the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time almost came to a stop. Onto our guest bathroom, and I'm going to do the same thing here, clean first, and then we're going to try and get a little bit of decor in here and add things to this tiered tray. The tiered tray is from the Target Dollar Spot. It's from the fall collection, but I'm going to start with some garland that I got a few years back, and I have a little pom-pom that looks like snowballs, and then I have one that says "Let It Snow." So I'm going to try and hang those together and see how it looks. From this Christmas on, it's gonna be you and me decorating the tree. From this Christmas on.
We forgot what you came for.
So it needed some arranging and rearranging, and I'm still not sure if I completely love the two garlands together. It obviously makes it a lot more difficult, especially on camera, to read the Let It Snow. I think it looks better in person, but I'll probably play around with it and see if I really want both of them up there together. And now I'm just laughing because, of course, I'm going to have to do that second clean because these little picks are covered in fake snow that just went everywhere.
Yes, from this Christmas on, this Christmas on, from this Christmas on, it's gonna be you.
As you'll see, I am no decor pro, especially when it comes to a tiered tray. I love the way that they look. I feel like there are so many cute ones online, and it is so hard for me to just try and figure out exactly how I want it to look. The biggest problem is always that I feel like the pieces that I have are too large for the tiered tray. So like that snowflake just takes up so much space. So I used to have a sign from the Target dollar spot that said, let's get cozy or something like that, or let's stay inside. And I have no idea where that went. And I was really hoping I would have that because I thought that would look really good at the bottom here. And you'll see all the fake snow I have to vacuum up and then clean after I already cleaned the bathroom.
Be you and me decorating the tree from this Christmas on, from this Christmas on.
So you'll see throughout my apartment, I have lots of teals and blues and the colors that I use for sophisticated organization and my branding. And that's because I just love those colors. And I like the pop of color throughout my apartment. When I decorate for fall, it doesn't necessarily mesh super well. But when I decorate for winter and the holidays, I really like those blues and teals and like to play into them. So I decorate with lots of blues, lots of whites, and kind of play with that snow theme, and then some greenery. And that's pretty much the color scheme that I go for. So for those of you that don't know, I'm actually Jewish, so I don't celebrate Christmas. So I didn't grow up with a Christmas tree, and the traditional red and green isn't really the color scheme that I go for. My husband does celebrate Christmas, so this year will be a little bit different for me. If you are somebody who's Jewish like me, or somebody who doesn't celebrate Christmas, or somebody who just is looking for a little more winter decor inspiration, hopefully throughout this video you'll be able to find some inspiration that isn't necessarily Christmas themed per se. On the bowl in my island, I'm taking out the pumpkins and replacing it with these beautiful white ornaments, and then adding in a little bit of greenery just to kind of fill it up and give it even more of a winter feel. Now on the island, I feel like this is the perfect spot to put a garland when we don't have a fireplace or a staircase or anything like that. So I'm going to hang it here where I had my fall garland. And then this isn't a pre-lit garland, but I did have a string light set from the Target dollar spot and decided this would be kind of fun to wrap it around the garland and make it like a pre-lit one. So this is my first time doing it, and I really like how it looked, and I'll probably do it in the future.
Every friendly face, and later we warm up by the fireplace. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before as they walk.
The kitchen is always my favorite spot to decorate regardless of the season. I'm not sure why. I do spend a lot of time in my kitchen, so I like trying to make it somewhere that brings the seasonal vibes and makes me feel happy. But I'm curious if you guys have a favorite spot to decorate in your home. Is it the kitchen like me? Is it a living room? I don't do a ton of extra throw pillows or blankets or anything like that. So the living room just has small touches. I don't do anything in our bedroom. So the kitchen it is. On top of my toaster in the summer, I have lemons in there. For the fall, I had some white pumpkins. and I used the same box for both the summer and fall, and now I'm gonna switch out the box for one that says Let It Snow and have my sparkle covered pine cones from Michael's.
Merry Christmas Day. Dancing around the Christmas tree, wishing all a merry.
You'll see what perfect timing this was to decorate for winter. I think it was a sign, but I was completely out of my apple cider Mrs. Meyer's dish soap, and I'm gonna finish it off to clean out the sink. And you'll see I'm out of hand soap too, so it really was perfect timing.
Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's.
One of my favorite ways to decorate in the kitchen is with dish soap and hand soap. The Mrs. Meyer's collection is always one of my favorites, especially for fall and winter. And I try and do something a little extra with the soap to kind of match the theme. And I love the peppermint scent, so I did a little jar of candy canes with it.
And having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows in the rain.
Now I'm just trying to pick which of these 3 candles matches best with the decor I've put together, and I decided the green looked nice and simple and perfect.
Wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart, and I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he will.
Now into our bathroom, I'm gonna take away the acorn spice Mrs. Meyer's hand soap I had in there. I had a Hello Autumn sign. It's time for that to go, and I'm just gonna wipe everything down.
Blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time.
I'm gonna add a garland in this bathroom over the mirror as well, and this is one I found from a craft fair a couple of years ago. It's pine cones and some sticks all on twine, and it actually does light up, which is really fun. I used to have it over my den in my old apartment because I had these pretty French doors, and they were double doors, so it was perfect to hang right over there. Now I don't have that, so I'm gonna put it in the bathroom, and I'm still not sure how I feel about it. Just like in my other bathroom with the garland situation, I'm kind of feeling it out. I had to put the battery pack to light it up on top of the unit that goes above the toilet, and that's obviously not easy for me to reach. Can we also take a moment to laugh at what my husband did? So we have a Kleenex box cover on the toilet seat, and he put one of the rectangular ones on top of that square cover, and it just makes me laugh looking at this.
All the windows in the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
On the kitchen table here, I like to keep it super simple. We eat all of our meals there, so I want something that's very easy to move around. And you'll see I have some stuff that I didn't end up using, so I'm gonna put that aside. Last but not least, we are going to make a little treat. I'm going to try and make it as healthy as possible. I know with the holidays coming up, we all have so many treats coming our way, so I want to start it off on a little bit more of a healthy note, but there's definitely some chocolate in here. So I'm starting with 12 ounces of chocolate, and I'm just going to melt that with some coconut oil in the microwave in increments and kind of stir it in between so it doesn't burn and it melts nicely. So you can do this on a large baking sheet and just do it in one batch if your freezer is large enough. Mine won't fit a baking sheet, so I did 2 smaller Pyrex pans. So I have to split everything in half. So I'm doing half of the chocolate mixture in each of these containers and then just spreading it nice and thin. And I'm going to pop it into the refrigerator to let it cool off.
In a cabin out of nowhere, just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Another year went by, but the difference this time is that ever since July, I've been happier than I have ever been. It's safe to say that my love for you is true. Tomorrow it is Christmas.
While that sets for about 10 minutes, I'm going to start to mix my yogurt mixture, and I'm putting 2 cups of Greek yogurt with about half a teaspoon of vanilla extract and mixing it together.
Just us and no one else. I've decorated everything till we're perfect for this week. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for you and me. Cause all I wanna do is spend this holiday with you. Tomorrow it is Christmas, the first for me and you. I've longed for this moment to have you for myself in a cabin out of nowhere. Just us.
After you pull your pan or pans out of the refrigerator, top with the Greek yogurt. Then you can sprinkle some crushed candy canes. You can either crush them yourself or buy some candy cane crumble like I have here, which is an easy, simple option. And then add some mini chocolate chips on top. You can use full-size ones, but the mini ones are a lot easier to eat on something like this. And then my favorite part is a little bit of flaky sea salt on top.
Christmas memories. I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories.
Finally, you're going to put it into the freezer. It should take about 2 hours or so for it to completely set. And then you'll have some yogurt bark covered in chocolate and peppermint goodness that you're able to break apart and keep in your freezer for a few weeks or so, but trust me, it won't last that long.
Making our Christmas memories. I've been wrapping presents for you. I've been hanging marbles in the tree. And I've lit my house with Christmas lights. So you should come back home to me. And when we wake up in the morning,
I'm loving how everything turned out today. I hope this helped get you into the holiday spirit and ready to decorate your homes as well. If you like this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I will see you guys later.